I'm not a Class B person. These pieces of crap B, the thing they put on this are totally moron. It's ridiculous. The problem is those dumb thing that they put there. What do you think happens? Oh, now I look like an imbecile, but whatever. That happens a lot. I've got this natural look in myself.
It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Canton, Ohio, about to inspect this 2024 Thor Sanctuary 24C. Now don't get lost when you come in. I've already been inspecting this morning because we've had a lot of little things that we could do on the outside, and I was able to get right in here and get started right away. So what I'd like to do is do something a little bit different. I'm going to show you my stow and go. That's funny, there's no slides. But seriously, come on in. I want you to see the inside of this 24C. So here we go. We've got you up in the captain seat and the co-captain seat, and then of course we always have those back seat drivers, special for you, sitting right there. And coming into my kitchen, what I love about this is that if I'm not sure if someone likes onions and they're going to the bathroom, say, hey, do you want any onions in your stir fry? Oh, you don't? Okay. And you can just talk to the person that's in there. That's what's nice. Nice close quarters. Back here, this is the bedroom. This turns into a king-size bed. So makes for some comfort. I'm not sure how many this sleeps, but 2, 3. If it were me, it'd be 2. That'd be it. Nobody else is coming in here with me.
All right, first glimpse. Yes, I'm inside. Well, first of all, there's too much noise outside. And we've been here for, let's say, an hour and a half probably already anyway, so we're gonna do it different today. On the outside, I had to set up everything because we showed up to this dealership. Lo and behold, it's not their fault. That's a good customer of ours. Yes, we're in a Class B. You're gonna say, Pierre, you don't typically inspect Class Bs. Personally, I don't like doing them. We train on them as well. Some of our team in the Blue Ox inspection indoors people like to do Bs. I don't because I'm big, it's little, I got big fingers, and I got little compartment. Everything is crunch in the middle. The back end, you got your battery. This one has a battery system into your undercarriage. The inverter is sideways at one place, so you can't access nothing. You don't see nothing. It is hard to work with. And then, well, this is all electrical, so there's no propane. So now you look at this master switch, you go on this switch, this switch, this switch, just to give you an idea. You need to go in this switch in order to turn the fan cover up, and you need to push this button to turn the fan itself into the fan vent cover. So it's like, okay, how many electronic switch do you need? That's the purpose of a Class B. Everything is like this. And yes, the advantage is there's no slide out. This is the automotive industry. So the outside, yeah, the outside will be consistent. It'll be good. What I try to find is the system that they have in here. Like this one has 2 alternators, even to the point where I got to find a way to confirm that there's a second alternator that is actually working and charging. Well, the alternator is the back of the front wheel. The place they locate this is they're working like on a race car, so there's no room. So for me, a Class B is something of no interest for me to do when I have other opportunity. But for this particular case, this customer is a good customer of ours. Meaning, we've done a couple of inspections for him. He, by the way, that's the point I'm trying to make here. He had an inspection done when he bought this first unit that we already saw. We inspected it after it was inspected initially in Alabama. We're going to link that video above. So he showed me the report of that inspector, and that's why he knew the difference of what they did and what we do. And that's the purpose and the point that I'm bringing up again about endorsed people. Go check out our website for those of you who are inspector and are interested to be a notch above, to be appreciated in the industry as, oh, you've got an ethic. So that's the point of the reason why I make this Class B. That's a customer of ours that calls us on a Sunday and said, are you there? Well, we are. We said, okay, we'll do it because it's you and we understand what you're looking for. This gentleman is buying this and having it shipped on a truck to his facility. So he's not gonna see this. So we are his eyes. And that's why for us, everything in here is a detail. It's important. We're looking at it like it was a member of our family or a grandmother buying this. That's how we look at an inspection. So far, I don't have much. I get a couple of dings, but it's nothing. It's just laundry list. And we'll see you at the end of the day to see how it sums up and if we made it an awesome rig here. Now let's go check what Laurel has inside.
But now let me just tell you, I've been in here, like I said, for about an hour, and I'm going to show you just a few things that I have found so far. Nothing huge, but your customers are paying for this, right? And it's brand spanking new. So what do you expect if it's brand spanking new? So right here, the first thing I saw this morning, I'm looking at this, I'm going, well, this is kind of loose. And then I saw this gouge in the material. This is sort of a soft material here. So this is not attached. This window valance is sagging, as you can see. Even this side of the valance, in the center it touches and then it comes back down. Well, as you can see, the whole valance is loose and it's not attached. You've got a gouge here in the material, and even if I put my hands behind, you can see the whole thing is loose and wiggles. This window, and I can tell you why, because the rest of them are. So that one is sagging and these are attached nice and they're firm. Another thing that I have found back here is that you have your walls that attach here, and this material right here, it clips underneath this back wall, but this is all open and gaping. So this is what I found. Just been in here for about an hour, so I'm definitely going to update you a little bit later in our day, possibly the end of the day. So if you like videos like this, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment, C4BO, comment for Blue Ox.
All right, end of the day recap. All day there's been stuff going on, and I had a tech here, luckily, that was able to come in, but I used his knowledge of this unit, which, like me, he was stumped, couldn't make it work. Finally, after a while, I did other things. He came back and he hard reset the unit, and it actually came up. Like he said, this is finicky crap. Overall, it's a Class B. I'm not a Class B person at all whatsoever. These pieces of crap B, and that'd be tooling. The thing they put on this are totally moron. It's ridiculous. So here's a piece of tooling. So it has nothing to do with Mercedes, with Thor making this Sanctuary that is overall immaculate. The problem is those dumb thing that they put there, that normal people at a normal height. Yes, I'm about 6 foot tall, but this thing, when you open your door to get in, what do you think happens? What do you think you associate this with? Oh yeah, now she's laughing, because if she would have been out here, she would have been laughing her ass off. So here's the story. So I open up my forehead with this, it starts bleeding. So then I'm here, I got tissue, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm continuing, but I'm trying to wipe it because it's dripping down. So I end up in this mirror and I look at myself and I'm tapping myself, and this guy drives in and he says, oh, no, you look really nice, no worries. And he continues and parks his rig. Oh, now I look like an imbecile, but whatever. That happens a lot. I've got this natural look in myself. So this unit was pretty much, for me, flawless. Every equipment works so far now to a T, like it should. There is 2 alternators on this. This is charging. My customer wanted to know if it did what it was supposed to do. The amp draw was fine, the voltage was fine. So overall they did a nice job on this. But remember, this is a Class B, has nothing to do with Class C's or A that Thor manufacturers. Remember, there's different line of production. So you can't hang everybody just because you're saying the word Thor. But I'm going to show you one thing that is kind of Thor related that is not surprising. Let's go in there. So I end up towards the end of my day. This is typical. So once I'm all set and done, I come down here and I start doing my smoke detector and my electrical, because now I'm done with the overall. So I look at how it is. So here, see what I'm saying about a Class B? You can't get there from here. I mean, everything is hidden, everything is tucked in. So we gotta find where could there be leak. This is a water pump. These are tubes, wiring. I mean, where the hell do you go? So here's my problem. That's my only major problem. So here's typical Thor construction. So they threw a cover together, put it on top in the front, and threw the box there. The box is not holding in the wall. So that's not typical, just saying. So that's one thing they're gonna have to address. And other than that, well, we're already inside. Let's go check what LAUREL'S in here.
So it's the end of the day, and it's been interesting. Let's see, I've bumped my head 5 times and my shoulder twice, but who's keeping track of that? A lot of boo-boos in here today. A little bit of stuff here on the counter. So yeah, I've got some sticky stuff right here. Nothing that's a big deal, but they'll want that washed off. And then coming into the bedroom, oh, here we are, right in the bedroom. I think I'd want something to put on top of that if I was really gonna sleep in here. But kind of cool, a little bed that comes down here, folds down, and there's your little mechanism that makes it sit back up, which is kind of cool. So I'm in the shower doing my water. The shower didn't leak, but the toilet splatters, and the toilet is not hooked up properly. It wiggles quite a bit. So they definitely are going to want to have that checked into because they don't want to fall off the toilet when they're driving down the road. Well, they wouldn't be driving and going to the bathroom at the same time, but the passenger would. You know what I'm saying, right? And I already told you about the valance over here, which isn't connected properly and also has the gouge in the material. I have one other thing, the electrical cover that goes over the top of your electrical outlet. This one right over here by the bed is missing. So they need to get a cover for that. And when I was putting together the tables today, I had no legs. So I went and I talked to the guy that had been in and out of here anyways, because he's doing his celebration inspection. That's where they just make sure that the microwave plates and the microwave and the Thor bag is on the counter and that the seats go forward and back. I asked him, where's the legs to the table? And he said, oh yeah, I remember. They took it out of this unit to put into another unit that was sold, but they have one on order. So we'll have to let the customer know that they definitely have one on order for them. How many of you have a Class B? If you have a Class B, let us know in the comments below. Have you ever considered getting a Class B? I can see where if you're going to travel out west and you don't want something big, this could, work fine for some people. Not me. Maybe I could. I don't know. I don't know if I can convince Pierre to do that. I'd have to convince him. But how many of you have a Class B? We want to hear from you. Eventually, all the pieces fall into place. In the meantime, live for the moment, laugh at the confusion, and know that everything will fall into place. So remember, and do never forget.
It's not all about the destination, it's all about the journey.